principal reason we're here, of course, is the poster contest, and the fact that we have the fifth graders here, and we want to announce the winners. The contest, of course, is sponsored by the Lincoln Water System and the Mayor's Environmental Task Force. Some members are here today, and I thank them for showing up. For the third year in a row, though, we're doing this during a rainy spell here in the city, actually. But that doesn't mean that the topic of water conservation is less important. So let me put off the awards presentation just for a couple of seconds here and get a little business done and inform the city, the people of the city, on how our water supply actually looks as we enter the hot summer months. The Lincoln water comes from well fields, of course, that are adjacent to the Platte River, and at this particular point in time, the water in the aquifers under the Platte look good. Spring rainfall amounts are good, and the river flow itself, all of this is at normal or above normal. So we'll continue to closely monitor all the factors throughout the season, but at this time, we will not be asking citizens to follow any sort of designated day watering schedule. The one factor that is of some concern is the temperature itself. The forecast shows a higher probability of above average normal temperatures, and we know that can lead to a heavy summer use of water outdoors. We also want to update the community on the status of improving our water supply, especially during times of drought. By this time next year, we'll be nearing completion of the fourth very large what we call collector wells, a new type of well that draws water from the aquifer in a much more efficient fashion. And along with that well, the new pipeline from that well, those things will be completed next year, and we will have significant capacity to increase our water capability a year from now. So all of that's happening in preparation for the growth of the city. The current project, the latest well we're putting in was made possible through in part possible through a $7.6 million grant from a state fund called the Nebraska Water Sustainability Fund. That's a huge cost, of course, and that significant cost shows why water conservation continues to be important as we plan our future water supply. So we have a couple of reminders for the public when it comes to water use. First of all, I bet you all recognize that the city water rates are structured to encourage conservation. Those rates can be seen on the website at water.lincoln.ne.gov. So you might want to look at that to see how you get the most for your buck with respect to the use of water. Our second reminder has to do with outdoor watering. On hot summer days, much more water is used outside watering landscapes than is used inside. Lawn professionals tell us that watering just 1 or 2 days a week is good enough, even during dry periods. Lincolnites, by the way, are doing a great job of conserving water. Since the 1980s, Lincoln residents have reduced their per capita water use, that is what each individual uses, by about 30%. So that's a good community record, and getting the word out through this poster contest and in many other ways has helped over the years, educate the public with respect to what can be done and should be done to conserve water in this fairly dry region of the country. So keep up the great work, everybody. Before we get to the awards then, I just want to give the media here an opportunity to ask questions of Donna or Steve or myself. And I know they'll keep it very short because the fun part's coming right up. Any questions on the water supply?
Yes, prior to, I guess, all the rain that we've been having lately, were there any concerns about the water supply with the lack of snow this year?
I'm sorry, could you say it a little louder?
Yes, prior to all the rain that we've been getting lately, were there any concerns prior to that with the lack of snow that we had this season?
Yeah, well, I'm going to bring my technical experts in on that. Steve, you want to comment on that?
Yes. Oh, okay. So the question was, we didn't have a lot of snowfall this year, and we're probably all thankful for that. And did that affect water supply? Not so much here locally. What we really see the effects of snowfall is on the eastern slopes in Colorado and up into Wyoming. So those basins that provide water to the North Platte and the South Platte rivers, those basins are fed by snow melt and snowfall that occurs on the eastern slopes of the mountains. So that's really where we look for healthy amounts of snowfall. And this year, snowfall has been normal up in the mountains. So that's why we can pretty safely say that we're not going to be asking folks to observe designated day watering, at least at this time.
Do you foresee it changing throughout the summer? Do you believe that from when you heard forecasts for that it will be hotter, or what do you foresee?
Yeah, as Mayor mentioned, there is a forecast, at least into the 90 days, for above average temperatures, and there's kind of a strong probability of that as we look at the information coming out of the National Weather Service. And so that will result in more water use. But again, with the improvements that we've made in our supply with the well that we constructed in 2014, we don't believe that we'll have any issues. Now, we still encourage folks, especially as they're contemplating how to water their landscapes, to use water judiciously. We talk about 3 designated days, but that doesn't mean you have to use all 3 days to water. As Mayor mentioned, landscape professionals will talk about watering just once or twice a week. So if you get into that mindset now, that will certainly help us for what might be a hot, dry summer.
Steve, thank you. Thank you very much. All right, now for the contest winners. And by the way, contest winners, we are going to be counting on you, like a dozen years from now, 12 to 20 years from now, to be running our water system. So you need to become engineers or something like that to be sure you're helping us keep the water supply great for Lincoln in future years. As I mentioned earlier, this poster contest is in part an educational process with our young people, of course, first and foremost, but beyond that, it is a mechanism by which we take the opportunity to remind all of us who are a few years older about our obligations with respect to the community and the use of water. So right now, let's meet the winners, and I would like all of the winning students to stay up front with me, if you would, after I announce your name. And we'll take a group photograph. That's the plan, right? Okay. So at this time, it's my pleasure to announce the first place winner, who's work is being featured on a StarTran bus board, a poster and bookmarks, and that would be Harper Schupbach. Did I pronounce it correctly? Yeah, come on up here. That's beautiful. Thank you very much and congratulations. All right, hang out up here with us. The second place winner, again, whose work will be displayed on a billboard and a poster and bookmarks, is Alec Tishkoff. Did I pronounce that right? Alec? Come on up here. Congratulations. And you're a Pirtle kid, huh? And you're a Pirtle kid? Oh, right. Pirtle did all right for you. Isn't that nice? All right, and the third place winner, whose work will be featured on a large poster and on bookmarks, is Jacob Watson of Morley Elementary. All right. Another really nice poster. Thank you, Jacob. Thank you. Yeah. And I'm going to ask you all if you want to say a few words here in just a second, so process that. Others placing in the top 10 will have their work on bookmarks that will be available at all city and school libraries. And I'm going to have them come up in alphabetical order. And let's start out with Vashvika Balamaragan. Did I come close? And Alicia Cooper of Morley. It's beautiful. Thank you very much. And Riley Dahlman of Lincoln Christian. Very nice, thank you.
Aubrey wasn't able to attend.
And Aubrey, she
wasn't able to be here with us.
Aubrey couldn't come today, okay. Aubrey Dieter of Pirtle was a winner. And then Owen Lasig of Morley. Did I say that right? Wonderful. I think this is the best set of drawings that we've gotten in a long time. And then Sophia Sharoub Lassour. Did I say that? Close? Yeah. And last but not least, Ava Worth of Morley. God, all great posters. Okay, thank you very much. Yeah. All right, Alec or Harper or Jacob, would any of you like to say a couple of words? Come on up here. No particular order, just come on up. Yes, we'll fix this for you.
Thanks.
Just step right up to it. There you go.
I am very glad that I did this poster, and I just imagined that what the world will look like if there was no water. And so I drew this poster. And there was one half with the world without water, and it doesn't have any life and any people and animals and plants, and the one with has plants, animals, and people living there. So that's why people, plants, and animals need water. And water is life.
So a couple months ago, my teacher said that we should do this project, and everyone had to color a poster about water. And so some kids in my class wanted to look up ideas, but I knew what I wanted to do right away. And I colored in colored pencil because I thought that captured like how water's always moving. And I drew the world when I was just starting out, when everything was like close together, and I drew all the water that was there, and so you could see that how much water we had at the start, and then you could kind of compare it in your mind to how much we have now. And so it took me a couple days, but I finished it, and then I turned it in, and that's it.
So when I started this project, I was like, this may be hard, but I think I'm gonna draw something that's very colorful and like full of water and life. So I wanted to like draw how everything is living with water and how just our lives depend on it. So yeah.
I don't know what you think, but I think we have a possible mayor here someplace in the future, don't you think? Well, thank you all. Hang out there for a minute, and we'll take a picture, and thank you all for taking the time to participate. And thank you all for coming down today and being a part of this. I hope this has given everybody a great deal of satisfaction in many different ways. Have a good day. Where do you want to?